Here in Ms. Fox's classroom, it's a nurturing environment. They are able to think deep thoughts and share important, rich emotions so that it isn't as frightening as it might be. They know that what they express today may not be what they would express tomorrow, but it doesn't make it any less valid or any less important.
When we write our poetry as students and have older people who are also students animate our work, it'll be interesting to see how they take our poetry, because when we write it, we have a whole different perspective on things, and it'll be interesting to see how other people take it.
Was a terrific idea, and being able to convey the image portrayed by this vivid imagery provided by the writing students, being able to convey this image, being able to create something that may be exactly what they saw in their head, but maybe something completely different.
With animators, you really see through different people's eyes as well.
Yeah, I see, I know poetry and art are two of the same, but they're two different facets of the same art form. Or not the same art form, of the same kind of thing. Expression, yeah. They're two kinds of the same expression, and I think that when they're combined, that increases the quality and characteristics of each of those two separate art forms when they're combined as tenfold or so.
They're variable art forms with many outcomes that have everything to do with your success in life, and we should really respect that.
I love how even if it's just in the middle school or just in high school or both of us together, I love how both art forms or more than one art forms would come together to make something even better than when they are by themselves.
That's what I was trying to say.
What they were talking about?
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool because I see my words one way and someone else sees it another way, but I don't know how they see it, and it'll just be cool to understand sort of how someone else sees my words.
It almost builds a sense of artistic community of these students. They see each other all the time, and they're given an opportunity to really share their feelings. And especially at this age, middle school age, it's a difficult time. And being able to express these, I don't want to say dark, deep emotions, but they are. And the fact that, the kid that's sitting right next to me, they're going through the same thing that I am, sort of. We can't live in each other's heads and hearts, but that there can be some sense of, understanding.
I loved writing poetry because if another human being reads it, that could change their lives. Some poetry has some real depth to it, and some people that could just make their day. It's nice.
Write it to life, you read it to life, and you speak it to life. Then I got to thinking that, wait, there's yet another life, and that's when you hear it to life. But alas, we know now that it has 6 lives, because when we see it to life through the work of the animators, it will give yet another life, another facet to that poem.
What do you think? What do you feel? How does that make you feel? And there's a forward movement and emphasis on finding the right words to connect with your soul so the world around you understands you. And that's an incredible motivator. And I think leads to wonderful writing. And it's the students become better writers because they want to better express themselves. And that, to me, is the best motivation in the world.
And there's nothing more important than having a creative environment where they can feel safe. And I think that is one of the things that Ms. Fox really, really pushes forward. And the fact now that they're having an opportunity to create something, and then someone who doesn't even know these students, they're going to take their works and they're going to add their own creative perspective to it. So it's really neat.
Because we see our poetry one way, but we never know how other people see it. And the only way to see how other people see it is by talking about it, but it'll be really interesting seeing how these other students and seeing it getting animated. So it'll be really cool.
I'd love to see it get depicted into the physical realm rather than the one that's depicted in words. Everything that we've been doing has been through a piece of paper and writing, and just the most interesting thing, even more interesting through seeing it through other people's eyes, is how we can see it in the physical world.
Lead us to the place where love soaks the ground, and the lips of truth whisper with the force of a hurricane, and the calmness of waves that lazily lick the shore, where we breathe air that contains shards of glass, so we inhale its purity, where any soul is righteous, where worries roll off our shoulders, like the watered-down memories that fill our heads, where stereotypes are extinct and the consumption of nutrients is praised upon. Encase us in the cage of innocence, protect us from our sins. Lay our broken bodies in the damp soil, or lock us in the box of slumber childhood. Lead us to the place reality can never find us, and happiness can once again hold our hands.